What's going on? It's your boy, Drama the Prophet, aka Mr. Cut the Check. Appreciate y'all in here. Welcome back to another video. Like I said, we're gonna be dropping these videos. A lot of these videos, y'all. We're gonna be dropping a lot. We got some catching up to do. We took a break. Now it's time to play catch up. If you just tuning in for the first time, you ain't gotta subscribe right now. You ain't got to. Watch the video. If you rock with me, you gonna hit that subscribe button. You feel me? We are trying to get to that 1,000 goal mark to get 1,000 so we can get monetized, so we could try to like really amp this up, get this thing popping. We do got a lot of things that's gonna be coming in stores. I'm trying to do giveaways, all that stuff, but in order for me to get to that, giveaways, everything like that, we got to get to that. We got to get to that goal, y'all, and the goal is 1,000, right? We got to get to that 1,000 subscribe mark. But with all that talking, let's get to the video right after the intro. Let's go.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really talking my life.
The following stories tell the tales of real cases in which TikTok played a role in a murder. Ali Abu Laban was at one time a TikTok celebrity. He had over 1 million followers and was known for doing pop culture impersonations. In some of his videos, his wife Anna would join in. The pair appeared to be madly in love and had a cute relationship that others admired. Anna also had her own account on TikTok, and she would upload videos to that as well. The pair would dance, play around, and tease each other. The pair also shared a 5-year-old daughter. To outsiders looking in, it seemed like they had everything. They lived in a high-rise apartment in San Diego, California. They were beautiful people who were living a beautiful life, or so it appeared. Anna's life in San Diego was much different than the life she had been born into. She was born in 1993 in Japan to Filipino parents and didn't move to the United States until later in life. She was known for being kind, compassionate, and a loyal friend. Unfortunately, as time went on, trouble began to brew in her relationship with her husband. Ali became more and more possessive of his wife, and he even became violent. Ali viewed Anna as a...
Yo, do you think it was social media that probably got him like that? It could have been, because you know what? Social media do play a part, especially when you're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the relationship might not be as secure as you might have thought it was, but social media do have a part in where your relationship could be a little rocky depending on the situation, you know what I'm saying? You know, so if you on and you trying to, like, let's say do this for a career, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your relationship is strong, because social media could break down a relationship. You know, I'm telling you that right now. It definitely could break down a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might be doing too much. You're not spending enough time with that person. That can do it. Or somebody in your inbox, you know what I'm saying? Or they liking your posts and saying stuff on your posts. But when it comes to this life of being on social media, I say once you hit over 100,000, be prepared for anything. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared for anything. And that's any platform. Over 100,000, be prepared for anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
Beautiful possession that he couldn't bear to lose. He went to great lengths to hold control over her. The pair worked hard to conceal their relationship troubles from the public and pretend to be the same happy-go-lucky couple. But Anna's closest friends picked up on what was going on and became concerned for her. Ali was aggressive, dominant, and talked over people. He also wasn't afraid to boast about his accomplishments and financial success. He seemed to resent her friends and the time that they would spend together. The more her social life grew, the angrier he became. He was actually trying to get a divorce at that time.
Was he upset because she's growing? Like, come on, bro.
Her.
You grow, you did your thing, you making your money. Come on. She gotta get her money
One
too.
One of
Anna's
you know what I mean?
friends
later recalled.
She was actually trying to get a divorce at that time when he killed her.
Ali's behavior got scarier and scarier. He felt that his wife partied too much and hated that she would attend social gatherings without him. It was clear that he was becoming more and more unhinged, even causing his family to not want to be around him. To make matters worse, he was also engaging in drug use, something his fans would soon find out about. While filming an Instagram live one day, Ali was drinking and ended up pulling out a bag of drugs that he would go on to snort while still on camera.
What?
At first, his fans thought that this was just a skit he was doing, but became disturbed when they realized that he wasn't pretending. The red flags were beginning to add up. The next day, Ali released a weak apology. He claimed that it had been his first time ever engaging in drug use, and that he realized how dangerous it was. He then went on a strange and confusing rant in which he discussed how he didn't like his wife being around other men, and that it made him uncomfortable. In September of 2021, Anna told the police that
that's
he
what
had
I'm
pushed her,
saying.
causing some.
You can't get, yo, fellas, listen to me, bro. Just listen carefully. You know what I mean? If your lady is in that light of social media, content creating stuff, be prepared, bro. Be prepared for the fuckery. You feel me? Be prepared for it. It's a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on. You feel me? I ain't talking about by her. I'm talking about other people. You understand what I'm saying? People's going to test. It's so many people out here in this world. Some people, trolls. You got trolls on the internet that get a kick out of just doing random stuff. You feel me? Just doing crazy stuff. So be prepared. You gotta know that these people is definitely gonna do some random stuff. And if you're not comfortable with your girl being around other guys or being around other girls, that's the person. You don't get a girl that's in the house, just cook and sit there. You feel me? Like we're in a different age. We're in a different age. Like, let's get it together. And guys, we be going crazy, bro. Be going crazy.
Minor injuries. She was done with their marriage and wanted to get a restraining order against him. On October 18th, she asked her estranged husband to leave the apartment that they shared with their daughter. Ali's behavior became more and more erratic. He began drinking heavily, even posting videos of himself driving while drinking out of a bottle of red wine. During this time, he continued to reach out to Anna, who would refuse to pick up his calls. Yo. His family begged him to give her some space, but he couldn't be reasoned with.
And that's another thing. If you are doing, yo, look at his face. This is a crazy picture. Yo, that's another thing. If you know you doing wrong, right? You know you doing wrong, right? You messing up, stuff like that. It's not going to make it better by doing other stuff. You feel me? Like drinking out your car. You looking irresponsible as a parent. Like, come on, bro. Get it together. If you wanted your family back, you would have got your family back. But obviously, like they said, you know what I mean?
Ali had
we already know
plans
what he
to
did.
Leave Anna alone, and he
we just here for the story,
though. Plan. When he knew that Anna wasn't home, he snuck back into the apartment and downloaded a special app on his daughter's iPad. Through this app, he would be able to spy on them and know what was going on at the apartment.
Wow.
Before leaving, he vandalized and trashed the apartment. Sure enough, while listening in on Anna, Ali heard the sound of a male voice accompanied by her laughing. He became so enraged he could not think straight, and he automatically assumed that Anna was cheating on him. The man that Anna was with was 29-year-old Rayburn Canedes Barron. Despite Ali's assumptions, Rayburn and Anna were just friends. Ali drove to the apartment in a blind rage and shot Rayburn 3 times, killing him. He then shot Anna in the head, killing her as well. After the horrific murders, he fled the scene and drove to his daughter's school to pick her up. It was then that he told the confused little...
Wow. Your man... Yo. Oh, social media drove them crazy. Not TikTok. Social media drove him crazy, y'all. I'm telling you.
He had hurt mommy. He confessed to his own mother over the phone while driving away from his daughter's school. He was arrested a short while later while his daughter was still in the car. Despite the overwhelming evidence that he committed the gruesome acts, Ali claims that he is innocent and pleaded guilty to the double homicide.
Yo, thank God he did not do nothing to that kid, yo.
It's possible that if he is convicted, he may face the death penalty.
Wow, yeah. They're going to give him the death penalty.
What am I doing wrong? I'm putting my blood, sweat, and...
Kalicia Williams was a...
And by the way, y'all, every time when y'all see these, we not editing it. We gonna leave them in there. We ain't gonna edit. Like, come on, man. Wait, come on, bro. We gonna leave them joints skip, and we're gonna go into the. You feel me? We're gonna go into the next. This what y'all already know. Y'all know me. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Stunning 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, filming TikToks, and hanging out with her friends. In December of 2020, she was invited to go to a chaperoned holiday party that would be held at an Airbnb with just a couple of friends from school. Her mother and stepfather felt comfortable with letting their daughter go to the party because she had gone to an event like this once before. They even spoke with the mother who would be chaperoning the event, and were told that she would be there the entire time. While Kalicia was on the fence about attending, her stepfather thought it would be a good idea to socialize. Because of the pandemic, she had been cooped up inside the house for months and was unable to see her friends. Kalicia eventually agreed and decided that she would go. However, the party, which took place the day after Christmas, was not like anything Kalicia's parents had been told. Rather than it taking place at an Airbnb, it was at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. At 12:02 a.m. on the night of the party, Kalicia was filming what would end up being her last TikTok. She was in her hotel room performing a dance routine when someone appears to enter her room without knocking. Kalicia jumps and appears shocked. She quickly turns off the video. Only moments later, can be heard coming from inside of Kalicia's hotel room. But the other partygoers were completely unaware of what was going on with their friend. While the details of what followed continued to be partially unclear, it's known that shortly after the gunfire, 2 males entered the room and found Kalicia laying on the floor covered in blood. They carried her to the elevator and the authorities were notified. When the paramedics arrived at the scene, Kalicia was not breathing and had no pulse. She was then transferred to the hospital where doctors tried to save her life, but were unsuccessful. While all of this was going on, Kalicia's parents reached out to the chaperone of the party to check in and see how their daughter was doing, but ultimately were not given the truth about Kalicia's fate until 8 hours after her death.
Yo, that's crazy. What I don't understand is, like, how do they tie, right? Like this, they tying TikTok into like the murders. How was they tying it? Because she did TikTok stuff, like she was on TikTok. Cause that don't make any sense, because you know how many people was on TikTok, and people, you know what I mean? But they don't relate that to TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Now, now if she went to an event for TikTok, and let's say she was famous on TikTok, that happened. Then it might be like, oh, okay, maybe that's related because she was a famous TikToker going to a TikTok event, stuff like that. I don't think they said it was a TikTok event, right? I don't think so.
The parents are, of course,
let me go back. I don't think they said she was going to a TikTok event.
Rather than cooped up in TikToks and hanging out with her from his daughter's school to the double homicide. It's possible a 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, filming TikToks, and hanging out with her friends. In December of 2020, she was invited to go to a chaperoned holiday party that would be held at an Airbnb with just a couple of friends from school.
Yeah,
They carried her to the elevator, and the authorities were notified. It was just a
holiday party. So it would make sense if, like I said, if they tied it with TikTok, if she was going to an event for TikTok, you know what I'm saying? And she was a famous TikToker or something like that. You know what I mean? Then it would be like, all right, maybe you can tie that in. You know what I mean? But you know how many people have TikToks and got murdered? Like, how? That's sad, though. That is crazy, yo.
Of what was going on with their friend. While the details of what followed continued to be partially unclear, it's known that shortly after the gunfire, 2 males entered the room and found Kalicia laying on the floor covered in blood. They carried her to the elevator and the authorities were notified. When the paramedics arrived at the scene, Kalicia was not breathing and had no pulse. She was then transferred to the hospital where doctors tried to save her life, but were unsuccessful. While all of this was going on, Kalicia's parents reached out to the chaperone of the party to check in and see how their daughter was doing, but ultimately were not given the truth about Kalicia's fate until 8 hours after her death. The parents are, of course, heartbroken, but also enraged that they trusted this adult to take care of their daughter, only to be let down. They believe that the individual should be held partially accountable for what happened.
But I don't think that. I don't think, well, that's messed up that, you know, the mother called and the person didn't like let her know, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they were scared, they didn't know, or whatever the case might be. But 8 hours later, That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up. But how could we blame the person of the party? You know what I'm saying? How could we blame that person? You know what I mean? Maybe she had her own room or whatever the case might be, or whatever is happening. You know what I mean? And she's at this party. Like, whoever chaperoned the party can't, you know, like, take care of everybody at the party. You feel me? Obviously, she's grown enough to do this on her own. She's grown, right? Well, she looked like she could be grown, you know what I mean? Or if she wasn't grown, I'm pretty sure her mom wouldn't let her go. You feel me? But yeah, you know, like, I don't know,
The
man. I
hotel
don't know.
room was in her name, so I feel like she should be held accountable for my daughter's death as well.
April Smith, Kalicia's
I'm sorry for your
As
daughter,
for the
man. That's
suspect,
crazy.
he is believed to be a juvenile male, but his name has not been released. The male allegedly entered Kalicia's hotel room, and a verbal altercation took place. He then fatally shot her before leaving the scene. He was taken into custody and has been charged not only with felony murder, but unlawful possession of a firearm. Following this tragedy, many people joined Kalicia's parents as they protested outside of the Hyatt Regency Hotel demanding justice. They held up photographs of Kalicia and signs asking for answers. What happened after she made that last TikTok video at 12:02 a.m. and she was dead at 12:23 a.m.? I need answers. It was just a lot of foul play, and I'm trying to put all the pieces together because I don't feel like the system is doing enough to help me, April Smith also said. To this day, Kalicia's loved ones are still fighting to get the answers that they deserve as they mourn the loss of a life taken far too soon.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the family over there, man. That is crazy. And that's the truth. Like, I feel like also, you know, it's like they don't really be fighting too much to really find out what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, and with technology now, the way things going, like, how could somebody get away with anything? You know what I mean? Cameras everywhere. People could tap into your phone, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You even like, so I don't even know how this or whoever come on, man. It got to be some type of answers for this. You know what I mean? It got to be some type of answers.
Looking for an easy way to get that LLC next to your
Like I
business
said, we're
name?
going to
Say
skip
hello
these,
to
but we
Taylor
ain't taking
Brand.
these out, man.
You
We ain't
just
taking
go to
them
their
out.
site.
taking them
Mahek
out.
Bukhari is a 22-year-old TikTok star from Lancashire, England. She has a relatively large audience with over 120,000 followers and over 3.2 million likes. She filmed videos recreating popular trends as well as makeup and fashion tutorials and videos with her mother and friends. Most of her videos seemed pretty innocent and lighthearted. That is, until she posted one unsettling video on January 3rd, 2022, in which she joked about having to confess to killing someone. She seemed to smile as Shawn Mendes' song "It'll Be Okay" played over the clip. While most of her followers probably thought this was nothing more than a silly TikTok video, it was actually foreshadowing a very dark event to come. In February of 2022, Mahek, her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, and a 21-year-old woman named Natasha Akatar were involved in a car chase. They chased two 21-year-old cousins.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to pronounce that name. I would have messed the whole name up. Nah, bro. I heard her say it and still can't get it right. You feel me?
Named
Crazy.
Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussein, and eventually ran
These names is crazy.
them off the road, destroying their
off the
car
road.
and taking both of their lives instantly.
Hold on, wait a minute,
dark
what?
event to come. In February of 2022, Mahek, her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, and a 21-year-old woman named Natasha Akatar were involved in a car chase. They chased two 21-year-old cousins named Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussein, and eventually ran them off the road, destroying their car and taking both of their lives instantly. Two men named Reyes Jamal and Raken Karwan have also been charged in connection with the car chase, but it has not been released what role they played in this horrific tragedy. The vehicles that were involved in the crash include a silver Skoda Fabia, a gray Audi TT, and a blue Seat Leon. While the exact routes the cars took is still being pieced together, it is known that they were traveling at great speeds. It's unclear what sparked these three women to want to chase down the men. However, it is known that Mehek has been involved in some tension with other people in the past. Last year, she claimed that she had beef with other influencers and had felt the need to disassociate with them as a result. I would say beef was coming to me last year, and I cut off loads of people. Lots of TikTokers actually, which was really good for my mental health as well, Mehek said. Now I'm literally thriving and growing. She also wasn't afraid to engage in risky behavior. In one of her TikToks, a flashy car is seen screeching recklessly through a parking lot, while in another clip, she is seen filming herself while driving. The video was tagged by TikTok with a warning that read, "Participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt." After their arrests, Mehek and her mother were brought into court. During this time, the judge asked them if they understood the severity of their charges. I didn't
even know TikTok did that.
Only said one word: yes. They will face a hearing on March 18th and will likely face trial in September of 2022. Meanwhile, the loved ones of Ijazuddin and Hussein are left to grieve the long lives that were ended far too soon. Sikander Hayat, Ijazuddin's father, said that at the time of the crash, Hussein was going through a hard time and his son was trying to help cheer him up. He had borrowed his grandfather's car and was using it to take Hussein to see a friend of theirs. Saqib was very down about things. Hashim loved him a lot and cared for all people in general. He would do anything to help somebody out, Hayat said. Will the fallen TikTok star and her mother spend the rest of their days in prison? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button and sleep tight.
Yo, that's crazy. Listen, y'all, I think, you know what? This might be one of these things on the list of what we're going to be reacting to, too. Like these horror stories like this, stuff like this. I think we're going to be on it. We're going to be on it. Listen, let's make this bigger. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you want me to react to a video, down in the description is a form to fill out where you can put your information in the video that you might want me to react to. If you're an underground artist, because we definitely do underground artist reactions, but we post that on Facebook. And then maybe a week or two later, we throw that up on YouTube, just to throw it up on YouTube. But if you're an artist and you want me to react to your video or something like that, make sure you fill out that. Or if you just want me to react to any type of video or something like that, just put that in the description. It's your boy Drama the Prophet, aka Mr. Cut the Check. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all stay up, stay blessed. I'm out of here.